Okay, so we're back to video 2. You've gone back to the book 2 and read some more. We've come to one of the next pieces. In one of the previous videos, we talked about mindset and went through some of the things to do here. And this kind of moves on to the same thing. We need to keep you on track. Accountability and outsourcing, two words that pretty much throw a lot of people off, and in TEs this is definitely something you need to be thinking about. Let me just explain to you this, okay? Right, pretty much nobody online does this on their own. The myth of somebody sitting in front of a computer screen in their pajamas, not relying on anybody else, is pretty much defunct. If you look around the internet, you'll see in all cases that everybody has partners of some kind. I mean, every launch you see has a great deal of other people promoting it. So you have to get over that mindset that you can do this on your own, because 99% of the time that's a fallacy, and it's a mindset change you need to make. Networking is another thing that you absolutely need to do online, and you can do that within the traffic exchange industry. There are some resources for networking which we're going to give you a little later on as we go through this particular part of the video. I've negotiated some special deals for you as Hidden Traffic Formula customers to get access to particularly good forums and conference rooms that you can utilize to actually do the networking. And the next thing we need actually is an accountability partner, that person that kicks you up the backside when you are not doing the things you should do. And I always liken this to people who actually get a gym membership in January. You know, when we going through Christmas and we've eaten too much and we decide that really we ought to get fit. So everybody rushes out to subscribe to a gym for the year and pay for their yearly membership, and at the end of February, they stop going. Now, you can get over that thing by actually going training with someone regularly. Because what happens then is that you go because you don't want to let the other person down. And it's the same thing online. You need someone that you're accountable to. You need someone who's gonna say to you, well, did you create that splash page that you said you were going to create yesterday? And you're going to get embarrassed when the answer is no all the time. So you're probably going to do the things that you should do because you have someone looking over your shoulder, and you can do the same job for them. And outsourcing, we're going to deal with outsourcing through this little part of the video, and I'm going to give you a new insight into that, because everybody thinks outsourcing is difficult, and it can be. But some of the things that we talked about here, network and accountability partners, can actually get you over that problem with outsourcing. And then one of the other things that we're going to be talking about is knowing your audience in TEs. Again, we spoke about that partly in the last video, but throughout the next series of videos through this book, we're actually going to go into greater and greater depth about your actual audience, because that's a key piece in being able to use traffic exchanges properly and to leverage that hidden traffic that we talked about. So, as I promised, here are some of the free resources that we're going to give you access to. The first one is netmarketingforum.com/forum. Write that down. This is actually a forum which is solely for the purposes of traffic exchange owners and traffic exchange users to talk to one another. Now, there are times when they're shouting at one another, but that's the case with most forums. I mean, there are characters in there, me being one of them. We don't pussyfoot around. We say things exactly how they should be. But here is a place where you can actually make connections to build that network, to help you with your outsourcing and to help you get over the things that you can't do. So that you really need to go and do that. That's owned by John Olson, who won't be at all upset by me mentioning that URL. The other thing is another program by John Olson, which is actually a traffic exchange called SWAT Traffic. Now, if you're an upgraded member in SWAT Traffic, you actually get access to a conference room for which every Wednesday night for an hour you get industry leaders in there talking on a particular subject and giving you direction and advice, and specific advice to you. I mean, we do have subjects come up every time, but pretty much once those subjects are done and the formal presentation is done, then we sit down and discuss things TE and things marketing, and you can ask specific personal questions. Now, I have twisted Mr. Olson's arm and actually allowed anybody that purchases Hidden Traffic Formula access to that conference room without actually being an upgraded member in SWAT Traffic. However, SWAT Traffic is one of the traffic exchanges that you should be looking at when you get on to join the traffic exchanges, and maybe upgrading in that traffic exchange may be one of the things you'd like to do. But as I say, I've twisted his arm, and John has agreed to give you, as a HTF customer, access to that conference room on Wednesday nights. So let's all say yay for John. Yay! And the other thing that we have here is actually another forum called Forum Know-How, which is mine. Now, that's a paid-to-join forum. No one gets in there for free unless I give them free access. This is pretty much given as bonuses for people that buy some of my other products. So these are serious people. You also have access to that. And that was one of the bonuses that you got when you purchased this course. Again, don't let that just sit there as a bonus you don't use. Go to Forum Know-How, get in there and actually, again, talk to the people that are in traffic exchanges and other things. There's a whole lot of other stuff in there besides traffic exchanges, but even so, these are three great places that you need to go and sign up for and get into the habit of visiting them regularly and interacting with the people that are there. And the really big one, the really, 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 really big one, is sharing skills and combining resources, because all of those people that you're networking in those three places that I just give you all have different skills. They all have different things that they're good at, and different things that they're bad at. And by networking and getting those partners that we talked about earlier, probably means that all of your outsourcing problems are just going to go away, because you can help each other out. You can be the outsource partner for someone else with the things that you know how to do, and vice versa. It gets over that initial problem with where do I go to outsource stuff. Well, use your network and your contacts and your partners in order to be able to do that. They can become your outsourcing avenues to start with, and each of you with different skills become a valuable resource to tap into. And those three things, the two forums and SWAT, etc., give you access to people that can do the things that you can't. And as you make more money, of course, then you can use contractors, and you can share the cost with your partners too, because you can outsource to pay people to do all the stuff. And then as there's 3 or 4 of you, you can actually share those costs. So that's the place in which to start your outsourcing. You need an accountability partner, and you need people to network with, bounce ideas off of, and all of those things. So keeping you on track with accountability and all of those things is very, very, very important. So we're going to take a break again. Again, take a leak and make a drink, and carry on reading, and we'll get to the next video training when you come to the next link, and we'll see you later.